In the world of political journalism, expressions like integrity, impeccable honesty, dignity are not often used these days. But my guest this week is somebody who personifies all that and who, in fact, as Chief Justice of India many years ago, set the standards for many of our institutions. He succeeded in many areas, but I would submit to you, Justice Verma, former Chief Justice of India, that you also failed in some areas, notably CBI.
Shekhar, you are absolutely right. And that's why it's more depressing to me than it would be to anyone else. Because I had hoped that given the autonomy which the Supreme Court gave it in the well-known Hawala case, well, it was only for the people who occupied the highest positions in the CBI who could ensure that there could be no extraneous influence on their working. But I'm sorry to say, the public perception, which according to me is not unreasonable, is that they have not lived that expectation.
And this failure is on the part of CBI leadership?
Well, certainly it is on the people who are manning and working the CBI. And I always say that the man at the top, the senior people, are more responsible because it's the rule of gravity. Everything percolates from the top down below. And my firm belief is, if in every national institution and every public authority or public office of high significance, if we can assure men of absolute integrity, rest will automatically follow.
Since Hawala judgment happened almost 11, 12 years ago, take us back a little bit and tell us how you had tried to institutionalize CBI's independence.
Well, it was like this, that there was, of course, a general perception and a growing feeling for good reason, that whenever there was any accusation based even on reasonable grounds which everyone believed to be true, and it involved people in higher positions, who had some kind of power or pelf, then the CBI would drag its feet and nothing would happen. And their statistics were made up only of some small fries taking small bribes, etc.
In fact, you see the CBI website, it's very sad that they proudly talk about running a 5,000 rupee sting on some poor station master somewhere.
Correct. And something which the world knows, it is an open, they don't even investigate. Now, you see, when this petition was brought to the Supreme Court as a PIL, public interest litigation, then, well, we in the Supreme Court thought, and that's what I've said also in the judgment which I wrote, that it is a violation of the entire nation's, that is the people of India's rights, constitutional guarantees and fundamental rights under Articles 14 and 21. 14 is right to equality, 21 is right to life with dignity, which means life with dignity. Now, if there is no equal application of laws, so you apply that law to prosecute differentially and invariably leave out, the bigger people from the net. And ultimately in a developing country, and that's what also I recall having written, that in a developing country, ultimately if the money meant for public good, for national good, for the people's welfare, if it goes in private pockets, then it is at the cost of the people's welfare. And therefore the human rights violation, that is the right to life and liberty,